Alright, welcome back to the channel. True North Lifestyle, where it's really cold and we're going to do some antler projects to stay busy and warm. Now, I will forewarn you, if you're looking to get into antler art, it is a smelly ordeal. You're definitely going to want to wear a mask. I have a fan blowing in the background just to blow some of this dust away from me, and as well as good eye protection and some good ventilation. It can make a lot of people gag just the smell of it. So, one, for your own health, and two, to prevent the stinky smell. So, based on this antler, I've decided to go with a snake design. Now, because there is no straight lines in nature or in antlers in this way, we have to try and blend the vision in our mind to what actually ends up coming out on the antler. So I typically sketch everything. Now, I'm definitely not the best drawer, sketch, line maker, all that kind of stuff, and I tend to just wing it in some regards. So in this case, I decided to go with the flat line scales on the bottom and go with somewhat of a diamond pattern. And to achieve this look, I'm using a number of different attachments, but mostly a cutting wheel. Now again, because it's curved, it can be hard to get the same depth across all the lines, so you've really got to take your time and watch what you're doing here. And especially with this disc that I'm using at this time right now, it is a mini saw blade, so you definitely want to wear some thicker gloves and have some good protection there. And if you see me doing something unsafe, well then obviously don't do it yourself. I'm not an expert by any means, but here I'm just trimming up the mouthpieces to try and get that V where the fangs hang out. And obviously with all the fine work, you gotta stretch and do some jumping jacks and move around too. So I've used a few different attachments to make the shape of the mouth here. And then I end up spending quite a bit of time on a bunch of different tools trying to get the look that I want without overcutting. Now, once you get into the marrow, it can be quite soft and it's easier to work with, but getting in there without thinning out some exterior antler walls is a little bit tricky. So you can see I'm right back to a grinding disc or a cutoff disc and a miniature saw blade to get in there because nothing else is really doing or achieving the look that I want. This is some painstaking, back-breaking, achy work. The time lapse doesn't really show the true nature and the length of time of this. Obviously, it's sped up quite a bit as a hyperlapse. Spent hours and hours with a Dremel tool doing these fine pieces, and ended up actually aborting the style that I thought I would like the most. I had mentioned earlier that it can be quite hard to achieve the look of the diamond sort of scales on this, and depending on which tool you're using, I kind of went with a bit more rugged approach. Probably not the best tool, I wouldn't use it going forward, but using a cutting wheel to just kind of get the diamond aspect of it, I decided to say screw it, and I just said I'm going to take the buffing wheel to the entire thing, get rid of all the diamond shaped scales, and I'm just going to have a nice smooth look, but keep those belly scales with the nice straight lines on it. So you can see what it looks like there now after I've sanded it all down and changed my mind. Having learned from this project significantly, I would definitely save the rattle and the eyes and the teeth for the last, for like the very end of the project itself. So in this case, the rattle actually broke off because it fell off the counter, and I decided to spend some extra time and created some even lines all throughout the rattle. And with the stark contrast in color between what I chose for the snake itself and this bone color, I like it. I'm not sure I would do it again with painting bone such a dark color, but I sanded off all the scales and ended up creating a texture effect that I like a lot more than the actual diamond-shaped scales. Now, I'm sure you're probably wondering, what the heck is that thing sticking out of the tongue? Well, I wanted to make it look like it was eating a lizard, and I went through my random bone pile and found a bear tooth. So I ended up just painting it and then etching out the designs of a lizard tail that I thought perhaps this rattlesnake would encounter in the desert. So that's the look. I'm pretty happy with it. Definitely learned a lot from this small project. Took me a lot of hours to do. It was smelly, it was dusty, and I loved every second of it. So if you enjoy this, Please like, share, subscribe, do what you can. Help me grow. I'm definitely out there trying to follow as many pages as I can to learn this from a lot better people at this than myself. And as I'm just kind of getting started and somewhat new into this, I'm sure I'll have a lot of feedback and areas to improve on. Well, thanks for watching that short little video. Here's the snake here for reference. We got a crazy storm. It was plus 10 yesterday, and here we are blowing now. But thanks for watching. More to come. I'm just currently editing some videos for some other stuff that I built recently. I got to get better at filming. But please let me know if you guys like the audio and me talking over a time lapse, or if you just want time lapse video and music. I'm just working with different formats and want to hear back from you guys, so don't hesitate to leave a comment. I'm gonna get inside. Bye.